Welcome to Great Books Takeaways. Today, we're diving into a timeless classic that has transformed lives for decades, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. 8 key takeaways. 1. Give honest and sincere appreciation. People crave appreciation and recognition. Honest appreciation can motivate and encourage others more effectively than criticism. When a colleague does a great job, acknowledge their effort genuinely. I really appreciate the hard work you put into this project. It made a huge difference. Charles Schwab, one of Carnegie's examples, used sincere appreciation to motivate his workers. Instead of criticizing underperforming workers, he would praise those who did well, which encouraged others to improve their performance. Be hearty in your approbation and lavish in your praise. 2. Arouse in the other person an eager want. To influence someone, frame your request in terms of what they want. Understanding their desires and aligning them with your goals creates a win-win situation. If you need your child to do their homework, explain how finishing it early gives them more time to play or watch TV. The story of Ralph Waldo Emerson's son who struggled to get a stubborn calf into the barn illustrates this principle. A servant girl solved the problem by giving the calf what it wanted, food, and leading it into the barn easily. First, arouse in the other person an eager want. He who can do this has the whole world with him. He who cannot walks a lonely way. 3. Become genuinely interested in other people. Showing a genuine interest in others creates a bond and makes them feel valued. This interest needs to be sincere to be effective. Ask your coworkers about their weekend plans or hobbies and listen attentively to their responses. Carnegie shares the story of a wealthy financier who won over a tough businessman by showing genuine interest in his hobbies and achievements, which eventually led to a successful business relationship. You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you. 4. Remember that a person's name is to that person the sweetest sound in any language. Using someone's name in conversation shows respect and attention. It helps to personalize interactions and make the other person feel significant. Instead of saying, "Hey, can you help me with this?" say, "Hey Alex, can you help me with this?" Carnegie recounts the story of Jim Farley, a politician who memorized thousands of names and used this skill to build a vast network of personal connections. Remember that a person's name is, to that person, the sweetest sound in any language. 5. Be a good listener. Encourage others to talk about themselves. People love to talk about themselves and appreciate those who listen. Being a good listener builds trust and rapport. When someone shares a story, listen actively without interrupting. Ask questions to show you're engaged. Carnegie tells the story of a dinner party where he spent the entire evening listening to a botanist talk about his work. At the end of the night, the botanist praised Carnegie as a great conversationalist, even though Carnegie had barely spoken. To be interesting, be interested. 6. Talk in terms of the other person's interests. Tailoring your conversation to the interests of the other person keeps them engaged and shows that you value their perspective. If a colleague is passionate about gardening, bring up a recent news story about sustainable gardening practices. Carnegie shares an example of Theodore Roosevelt, who would read up on topics his guests were interested in before they arrived, allowing him to converse about their interests and build rapport. The royal road to a man's heart is to talk to him about the things he treasures most. 7. Make the other person feel important, and do it sincerely. Making others feel important satisfies a fundamental human desire. Genuine recognition fosters goodwill and positive relationships. Compliment a team member on their unique skill set or contribution to a project in a sincere manner. Carnegie recounts the story of a hotel clerk who went above and beyond for a guest. The guest, feeling valued, became a loyal customer and recommended the hotel to others. 8. Avoid arguments. The best way to win an argument is to avoid it. Arguments often escalate emotions and lead to resentment rather than constructive outcomes. If a disagreement arises, try to understand the other person's perspective and find common ground instead of insisting on your own point of view. Carnegie shares the story of an encounter at a dinner party where he avoided an argument about a historical fact by not insisting on his point of view, which preserved the harmony of the evening. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.